They know that Royce White has returned, and they got to know that Royce White is going to try to find his mark early in this game, but they got to match the intensity, and they got to, first of all, attack the rim and be very aggressive offensively.
20 points per game in the regular season and playoffs. Missed because of a suspension. And a London Lightning getting things started there. Kyle Johnson.
It's very good, 6 for 8 from beyond the arc. Finished up with 24 points in 21 minutes, so he can get it going. Can't let that guy get hot.
Mason gets the shooter's bounce and gets the 3. The 3 up, that's too strong. Cadogan comes up with another rebound and quickly goes back the other way as we approach the 2-minute mark. End-to-end, Junior Cadogan, and 1.
Yeah, Junior Cadogan was very...
7 left. Playing scales. To White from Watson, and he shoots the long distance 2.
Yeah, they got to have Billy good this evening. Billy has to be good offensively, stay out of foul trouble. Nice stroke and jump shot from 16 feet.
Oh, they came over double team, but not in time. The London Lightning crosses the timeline as we approach the 3-minute mark of the opening quarter. Johnson, and that's a 3. So they're getting that start that they want. Foul was Junior Cadogan. That's his second, so he finds some time on the bench, and Doug Herring Jr. enters as Watson drives a little finger roll for the bucket. 9-7.
Got to attack Royce on the defensive end.
Anderson with the steal off Tyrell Watson. Bounce past Doug Herring Jr. A little bit of a touch there by Watson. No call, but the bucket. Against Anderson. Back open. Williamson gets a piece of it. Now has the ball quickly up. Doug Herring Jr. numbers Johnson. Bucket.
Yeah, consecutive runouts, consecutive trends need to take advantage because they know if Halifax goes to Bud Gardens, it's going to be very difficult to win 2 in a row, as you mentioned.
And Johnson there, not defended, had all kinds of daylight and time. And
look for a foul, no call coming. Bad pass, though.
Oh, yeah, that was a lame duck thrown up there by the Hurricanes. Garrett Williamson, count it, and he'll go to the stripe.
Definitely dependable and reliable as Capers.
3:39 left to go. Mason over White for 3 and gets it. And they needed that bucket.
Antoine Mason, you got to know that Mason's been very good in this series, and he's not going to miss many of those shots. You got to challenge him and make it difficult.
Royce White might have got away with 1 or 2 elbows there, Bernardo. Mason now to Watson with the clock at 9. They'll go cross court. Dixon for 3. Yes! Back-to-back trays there. Mason.
Those open looks, but if you're the London Lightning, you got to run these guys off the line.
Good defense there by the Hurricanes. Double team. Now they got numbers 4 back. And Mason with the layup and the quick. But they end up coming up with the ball and a new clock. Scotiabank Center enjoying it and the bucket. And now it's a 1-point game.
If one of these teams can manage to close things out in game number 6.
There's the possibility of this after this one's done, an elimination game is Doug Herring Jr.
For the Lightning, just what they needed to try to reset here and grab back the momentum.
Haywood puts on the Jets over Anderson, and a tough shot, but it goes. Marvin Phillips lost the handle, but right there was White. White gives it back to Phillips there. Shot clock at 7. White gets over, not in the nick of time, and Marcus Capers, second chance opportunity, put back. As Haywood drives, rejected, Capers.
Yeah, Capers has been an absolute monster when it comes to defending and protecting the rim.
And Herring Jr. starting to warm up. Halifax has a couple of fouls to give here. And there's an 8 seconds difference between the game clock, shot clock, as White powers in and gets the easy bucket.
Playing man-to-man, and I'm sure that's got to be an adjustment that needs to be fixed in the second quarter.
No fouls to give for the London Lightning. There's the 3 there by Mike Poole, a big one. But they're going to get a new clock as Doug Herring Jr. with an elbow in on Haywood. Back out. White for 3, yes.
Wow. What can he not do? But you can live with that shot.
Friesen. Phillips, the clock at 8. Now drives in the paint. Partially blocked there by Dixon, but Ryan Anderson, right place, right time. All of a sudden, Julius jumping down, thought there might have been a double dribble. None coming as Haywood puts on the Jets off the window and in, and that's an amazing shot.
Sometimes the offense beats the defense, and on that shot, Joey Haywood was lucky and was able to beat the defense.
Williamson.
Yeah, nice take. Good, strong take there by Williamson. As
Haywood gets some separation from Friesen. Will send it cross court. Clinkscales with the clock at 3. Drives, gets past Anderson, and gets a tough bucket as the clock was winding down. If the Hurricanes have a push, this is the time to do it. White not on the floor right now for the London Lightning. Haywood over Herring Jr. Yes!
See, there's that.
Hudson has the ball and quickly hands it to Clinkscales, and now they'll get things going in transition. Clinkscales for 3, swish!
That's just straight up confidence. Clinkscales, see it in the delivery and the stroke and the way he follows through on that 3 ball.
Cox gives it to Watson, who takes second chance opportunity bucket, and Julius once again on the shot clock. White now distributes it to Williamson. Johnson now for 3. Yes.
Good stroke there. Good offense out of that half court.
Here, the NBL Finals, a rematch of last year's championship. Johnson, 3, fouled, and chance to make the. Gotta have that one, Vincent. You'd say that too.
Absolutely. Gotta have that one. A perfect pass on the lob city from Clinkscales.
Oh, nice hesitation there by Royce White, and it makes it 49-41. Hurricanes remains 49-41 with 3.5 left. Friesen. Oh, goes right by Dixon as if he's a pylon. And then Williamson there with the putback. Some movement here as Haywood gets away. Watch there by White. Gets the return pass as Clinkscales. Haywood, 2-person game. 3. Yes! 51-44. Williamson now. Whoa! And it's going to be a blocking foul. Clinks out. And Kyle Johnson having a fantastic afternoon, evening. 6-6 from the field. 16 points. Friesen hits the 3, and it's 5 points. Drives. Puts it up, no good. Mason off to the races, quickly up. Haywood, and layup bucket.
Yeah, one-man fast break, Joey. And not a 10-point or a double-digit deficit.
Johnson. Oh, he's on fire. That will give him 19.
Same
4 seconds left to go. Clinkscales now over Johnson. And a short rim. Cox came out with the ball and a new 24 and gets it on a tough take.
Yeah, good.
One with one hand. Anderson now entry pass. There's Royce White double team momentarily. Johnson now, and he continues to be hot. Only 1 minute.
This season, he's right on cue, and this is the right situation for him.
Williamson. Too strong. Second chance opportunity, allowed to put his own rebound. Dixon unable to get that 3 to go.
Yeah, you mentioned, I mean, he's been good defensively, and that's his 10th attempt.
There,
and he gets that to go.
And he gets the and 1 as it hesitates. 50. Mason sends it up top there to Watson. Gets the return pass for 3. Yes.
That's a good offense coming out of the top. Or altering shots or cutting them off at the rim. So that's the style of defense that they're taking. They're taking away the dribble drive penetration.
Double team, and that left Williamson, and he puts the two-handed fly. Short rim. And the weak side rebound. Anderson, lead pass up ahead, picked off by Mason.
Not a good pass at all.
And a one-handed jam by Antoine Mason.
Yeah. And that's that spark, that technical foul. Might have woken the Hurricanes here.
But it's quiet down there by Kyle Johnson.
And knocked down 3 balls uncontested as he's got this stroke going. He has found his range, and he has to be forced off the 3-point line.
Back-to-back threes as Mason comes back. Cox trying to get a second chance opportunity, and he's kind of snake-bitten here tonight. Phillips, the veteran, fouled.
Count it.
Count the bucket, continuation, and 1.
Struggling to find their offensive range and trying to find their rhythm, as the London Lightning have done an outstanding job.
Chambers, left hand, throw down.
Wow, this guy can fly. 6'4", and has got lots of length.
Poole for downtown, hits it. Fantastic at both ends. Phillips fakes. Now over to Barry and gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there by Phillips. He knew he had a two-way go, either the blow by or the step back jumper. The Barry closing out late.
Julius thought it should have been a 3. In the meantime, Mason are not too happy with the officiating here so far, but it has been pretty well officiated game. Herring Jr. from downtown, yes sir.
Continuing the rain from threes.
To Williamson with the shot clock at 3. Oh, to Barry. gets it out of town. Now Mason, hesitation, bucket.
Wow, a lot of contact on the...
Bowen gets some minutes.
Might have been a little bit of contact on that follow through on Anderson.
Otieno takes and finds a lane and the bucket. You were talking about earlier, we were going to see him.
The guys are prolific scorers.
Shot clock at 4, 3 seconds difference. Otieno's going to have to hurry. Just gets it off and gets the bucket. Whoa! Doug Herring Jr. probably having one of his better points productive games here in this series. White spins away from DeBerry. He has a quickness there that Barry bounce pass. Otieno unable to handle it. Here is the London Lightning going back. It is Friesen with the bucket.
Yeah, you can see that defense.
Off the top, Vincent, this is a must-win for the Hurricanes because to win 2 in London is a tough task. Oh, the big two-handed there by Aaron Bowen, the Georgia. The team in white, you get that many players in double figures of points. Bowen, reverse bucket.
Yeah. That's what they need.
Down to 11.
Good defensive play.
And that's well short. And guess who came out with it?
Gotta
Royce
stop the
White.
ball. Gotta stop the ball.
Goes end to end and gets the bucket.
Can't allow Royce White to go end to end. You got one-man transition there.
Johnson with 25 inside to White now. Shot clock at 10. 4 gone. Driving Anderson and he gets the bucket.
Yeah.
And a time.
Multiple guys protecting that rim has been very difficult for the Hurricanes to find any space off the bounce.
95-81. Another 3. Ryan Anderson in game number 5 last year had 14 points. So that's what he does. He may have one bad game, bounces back. And it's just here this afternoon, this evening, wherever you're watching, and it's 100-83, 6:36 left to go. Mason with the deep 2. He's at the paint, kicks it out. Here's Anderson now. Swings it cross court over to Cadogan. Royce White. Anderson, long distance 3, but it goes. Splash. 1-0 after that miss. 104-87. 4.5 left. Anderson. Oh, White with the blown coverage and the one-handed jam. Taking a 3-2 series lead. Still 4 to go. Cox wide open and he can't hit. It's a second chance and 1.
Got lucky. Stayed.
Hurricanes 6 with 3:43 left to go. Shot clock at 10. White. Anderson from the corner. Splash. 109-80. The jumper doesn't go. And now they back coming the other way as Williamson got in behind the D. Spins away and does the layup drill off the glass and in. Handed out. Now it won't be. If they're going to have to do it, they're going to have to do it in London, and they're going to have to win 2 straight to do it. As the meantime, Coriote Tiberi will get his first.
Got a lead like this, you know, you want to rest your guys. The new game number 6 is going to be Monday night in London, so why not rest some of your stars?
Now time for the circus, so now let's bring Oak Center, hoping maybe this series would go 3-2 in their favor. Seeing their team head to London. Oh! And the big jam there by Singleton. There's a lack of confidence heading up for game 6 and 7.
Well, it's going to be difficult. Definitely an uphill climb in game 6.
Mason on the take and the easy bucket as the London Lightning just standing there like pylons, letting them go. And now they'll bounce this out 117-95 as the ownership group stands up and shows their appreciation. The last time that they get a chance to see the Hurricanes, hopefully they'll bring home a championship is what's in their mind, but they have a tough task ahead of them to do it.
Easily their best game of the series. They show you why that they are the best team in this league. A perfect performance.